what's up, you guys? You're watching Team APS. I'm with my friend Calvin today.
I'm back.
And today we're going to talk about what we've enjoyed the most about going to Yu-Gi-Oh! Events. This topic was actually suggested by the winner of the last online Team APS tournament.
We're true to our word.
So even though it's taken some time, we are making it. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Events, right?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Events.
Regional season starting up, actually pretty soon. Like next month. And so we've gone to a lot of these events. Well, not so much recently, but I mean, we've been...
Yeah, not recently. But
yeah, we've gone to a lot.
We will be at the Arlington Regional on September 3rd.
Arlington, Texas, right?
Yes, Arlington,
Texas, September 3rd.
September 3rd. So come say hey.
Mark the date.
Whoa or something.
Say hi to him. I won't be there, maybe. But, yeah, so we've been to a lot of these events. They're fun, Like, obviously, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event, so if you like Yu-Gi-Oh! You should go. But I think that there are some specific things I like about the trips and the experience that I would suggest to, like, other people, if you haven't gone to one, I'd say you should go. But you go first. What are sort of the things you like the most?
Honestly, the things I like the most is probably the trip there and the trip back. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's really a time where like you actually socialize, not even with your whole shop, but usually when you go, it's like your core group of friends. So you're in the car socializing with them for the car ride.
Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Circle.
Yeah, and it's like
that is true.
You also find out more about your friends that play Yu-Gi-Oh! As far as like their other hobbies and stuff like that, because a lot of different conversations go on.
Yeah, that's true. Because like when you're just in the card shop, it's really just when you're in the card shop every Saturday or whatever weekday that you guys meet. It's just trading, tournaments, trading, duels, Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta. But when you're traveling, you're in a car, you can't talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! In a car for like 4+ hours.
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully you can. So some people probably
if you can, no offense to you, if you can.
I mean, I know a few people who have tried, but so like it's cool because you kind of get to hang out and talk about, like people have lives outside of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
So that's always fun. I'd say, I guess, playing off of that, it's a pretty similar thing is I actually just like the traveling in general. Personal fact here, as a kid, I didn't really travel a whole lot. So even, just traveling a few hours away for me, is like it's a fun experience. It's different. I get to see some new places and, I'm not doing it alone either. I'm with my friends. But yeah, I just like the traveling part. I like seeing new places. Like I remember once at a regional in Fort Worth, Texas, there was a car show going on while the regional was happening, or like it was like the ARG thing or whatever. While that was, yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
While that was happening, there was like a car show downtown, and I wasn't playing in the event, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to this car show and like look at cars. And so I was walking downtown and that's kind of what was happening, and I was like, oh, like I would have never gone to this or even known about this if I hadn't gone to this Yu-Gi-Oh! Event. So while I still enjoy the Yu-Gi-Oh! Part, I also got to see something that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. So that made it a lot of fun, and I've had that kind of experience at a couple of other events. But
also with not even just your friends, but like as far as the event itself, you also get to meet so many other different people, and you find that like you might think you're the odd one out, but it's like a lot of diversity.
Yeah, that's true. You'll find common ground.
Yeah, because I mean, like me, for example, I consider myself a sneakerhead, and like the amount of sneakerheads I've met at different events, and then they come from like different regions, so it's like besides Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm talking about a lot of different shoes while I'm there. I'm like, it makes it fun.
And that's the thing, like it's at these events I think too, that's where you really feel like if you ever thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just one type of person who plays at one group of people, like big events like regionals or YCS or Nats, like they'll always prove you wrong. So like you'll always find someone different. If you're a big Yu-Gi tuber like me, people will recognize you.
Yeah, if you're just the guy that's on the mat that no one knows, and no one says hey to you.
You can view it this way. If you're a big Yu-Gi tuber like me, people come and say hi. But if you're not, it's a chance to meet some of your favorite ones. So you'll meet, pro Yu-Gi-Oh! Players that, you've heard about, know and love or hate. And, your favorite Yu-Gi tubers will probably at an event. If it's like a regional in a big area or like, YCS, you'll probably see like some famous Yu-Gi tuber there. And that's, you know, that's somebody you can meet, someone famous, a celebrity in our little
They are
niche of the world.
Also, another great reason to go is whether you play competitively or just for fun. It's something to do because you gotta include side events, and it's like it'll actually be people not there in the event, so there's always someone to play. Of course, you're there, so it's way more trades, way more stuff you can find.
You don't get to do those side events in locals. Like, you don't get to do, you know, attack of the giant card or win a mat or like structure deck draft. Like, that's
Like,
just what you only find at
something to do.
events.
It's great to go, like I said, whether you play competitively or not. Because, like I said, there'll be people there playing top tier decks, lots
Yeah,
of
that's
people.
true.
So
My favorite
play
part
that
on that
way.
trading thing you said too
Which one?
is you said, like, you know, there's a lot more trades.
Oh, a lot more trades.
Like, it's one of those things where, like, you know, at locals, say, you know, Pot of Desires just came out, and there's like kind of the guy who's got him, and you need him, and if he's not trading or he's, you know,
And
trying
you're-
to sell them for like $70 and they're 60 or something.
And you're asked out.
Yeah. What can you do? But the best part about trading at like a YCS or regional is you can just say no. I'll just find someone else who has it. You know,
And you can
and
do
you
that.
will find someone else who has it. Even with vendors, like sometimes, you know, these big events there'll be more than one vendor station. Like it'll be like 3, 4, even 5 vendor stations, and like if you don't like one place's price, you just go on to the next. And you know, same with people. If you need those things and this guy's being stingy, you just can say no. Like it's fine. You'll find it somewhere else. It's a giant flea market.
Yeah, and if I'm breaking the G code, I'm sorry. If you can't find a vendor, find whoever you find that looks shiesty with a backpack on the table. They're also a vendor,
Yeah.
and they will sell you cards, and they will also buy your cards.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I didn't say that part. You didn't hear from me. Pause
That's
it.
exactly how they are. Hey, okay, well, what else? What else?
Besides the trades and hanging
Trades.
out with your friends and playing competitively, the food, guys.
Yeah,
I want to
that's
say
true.
that too.
Except, okay, the food only counts though if
You're
that's
going
like
somewhere else.
if you're going somewhere
Not-
else.
not at the
Yeah,
event.
At the
No,
events,
no,
it's
no.
never. At the
No,
events,
no,
it's
don't
not
do
only
that.
mediocre, it is also overpriced.
Yes.
And like I remember YCS Dallas in 2012 when the cheeseburger meal was like $7.95, and this wasn't a special cheeseburger. This was like great value bun,
Great
you
value.
know, just like frozen just thaw out beef and like a bag of chips and a drink that was like, you know, like this
Something.
big.
A tip. It's probably better to wait late in the rounds to actually buy cards from vendors. Closer to like around 7 or 8. His prices actually do fluctuate while you're there.
Yeah, that's true. People are paying attention, especially if you're at a YCS and like people are kind of, you know, people are getting a good idea of what's like topping, what's at the top tables. And I think just later in the day, they're more willing to just, they kind of want to, like, it's like, okay, this is winding down, I need to get rid of some of these things. So they might offer better prices.
It's easier to per se.
Speaking of prices, Calvin buys lots of cards, sometimes, in bursts. And so if you want us to make a video about card buying tips, when you should buy stuff, when you should sell stuff, you know, things like that, what the process is, you can tell us some of your, you know, info, your insider info.
That's also a good
Give us-
reason to go to.
Yeah, you might learn.
Well, besides that, you can pretty much off your collection.
Yeah, if you want to quit, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I know what
some
you mean.
people, you know, get rid of, start over, or I mean, anything, a bunch of extra stuff that they just want to get rid of. It's easier to, like I said, because beyond your locals, it's a bigger market at the event, so it's easier to off extra stuff.
If you want a more in detail video about card prices, buying, selling, trading, get this video to 500 likes or so, and we'll make it, probably. So, yeah, maybe. We can try. Anything else? I'd say the only other thing I can think about with Yu-Gi-Oh events is you get to see like that there's like a world, a meta outside of your locals meta. You know what I mean? Like your locals meta might be like the 2-3 try-hard people who have the meta deck, and then like a lot of people playing rogue, and you know, people can get so like stuck in their little bubble.
Yeah.
But like you go to these events and like the top tables are it's just pure concentrated meta decks. Like these people aren't playing around, you know. But then you'll also find people who are really creative or whatever. But I think it's a good way to put yourself to the test in that way. Like if you're playing, you know, a rogue deck and, oh, well, I won a locals once. Well, okay, now go to a regional or a YCS and see if you can, you know, repeat that performance. It's, you know, easier said than done. But I think it's a good way to see that, like, there's a local scene and then there's like a big scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll just try to go to an event. It's really just a great experience.
If you haven't, yeah, you're. And why are you, you know, like I feel like if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you owe it to yourself, right? Like, to go to something bigger than your card shop. Like, find some friends, you know, split gas or whatever, you know.
You should definitely go to Arlington Regional September 3rd.
You should go to that.
And look for me.
He'll have a special mat if I actually get that ordered in time.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Guy at the top of the mat holding the card, like.
Yeah, man. So, those are our things we like about events, why we think you should go to them. To cap it off, what's a personal best memory you had at just like one event, your favorite event, something about it you really liked?
Does it have to actually involve?
It doesn't have to be like at the event. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, it can just be whatever.
My favorite memory was that ARG, the first ARG that we went to.
That's when I went to the car show. Yeah.
Yes, our friend Jabril.
Oh yeah, we all know about him.
He had a money making scheme that day. It was like round 5. Well, it started round 5. I think I was like 3-1 or something. But anyway, out of his backpack, he pulls some white bread, some ham, and some cheese. He starts selling sandwiches in the middle, like while we're there. He started selling sandwiches and Pringles, and I'm like,
really?
This guy is going places.
I didn't even see that. I was probably at the car show.
He was at the car show.
I was probably at the car show.
Yes. He started selling sandwiches and Pringles. That was his hustle for the day. I'm like, this guy is doing something right in life.
My favorite experience from an event was there was a regional in like Fort Worth or something. And it was a regional that was on Sunday. It was kind of strange. And so we went with some of our friends. And, you know, we went on like Saturday morning so we could go to this card shop called Epic. You might have heard of it. Well, anyway, we went to the card shop. You know, we saw the people who were like playing and judging there. Well, the guy's house that we were staying at that night had made a little bit of a misunderstanding. One of his relatives was having her 21st birthday party.
2-1.
Yeah, and it was kind of crazy. I won't go into details about it, but the funny part was we saw one of the judges from the local card shop at a 21st birthday party for a person that, you know, I don't even think he knew. I think he just stumbled in.
It was a house party.
Yeah, it was just a house party. He was just there. And so it was funny because he didn't recognize us, but then the next day at the regional, like someone was pulling out trays. He just walked up to us and he's like, were y'all at the same house party as me last night? And yeah, it was the weirdest. Also, that event ended up being pretty bad, but that was my favorite part.
So what you're throwing, since we're on the video of going to events, there's a Shreveport Regional coming up.
Yeah, if you're in the Shreveport area.
I don't know what day it is.
Yeah, September 11th. It's the week after. Yeah, September 11th. It's the weekend after the Euro Regional.
Yeah.
And it's in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I will definitely be there.
The whole squad will be there. I'll be there late. I have to work.
Yeah, he might be there. Everyone should be there. Everyone should be there. So if you want to meet me and other people, you go to that too. All right, this has been a really long video. So that's all we have to say. Go to an event if you haven't already, especially those two. You can meet people that, you know, yours truly. So, yeah, and in the comments, share your favorite experiences from a Yu-Gi-Oh event. Whether it was, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh related or vaguely Yu-Gi-Oh related, just at an event. And reasons why you like going to them. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
What made you get dislikes on your video?
Nothing really.
Nothing.
I mean, don't tell them to, please.
If you want to see me in more videos, get this to 100 dislikes.
Oh no, I don't know if I agree with that. All right, well, that was the video, and we hope you guys liked it.
100.
And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.